So, welcome to this video session, the three main benefits when deploying Cloud VoLTE. I am Lars and and with me today I have Stefan. Welcome, Stefan.
Thank you very much, Lars.
So, Stefan, what are the three main benefits then when deploying Cloud VoLTE?
Well, I think it's the hardware independence. That allows you to run a group of network functions on the same hardware, something we dreamt about in the telco industry for a long time. And then it's automation, so that we can do things automatically and repeatable. That's the most important thing. And then the agility, so it allows us to simply be quicker in responding to business.
That sounds good, but can you give me some concrete examples here?
Yes, sure. One of the more recent examples that we have is we had actually a customer who needed a native HSS installation, and at the same time he had a data center, so a second HSS was basically implemented then as a virtualized system. So then you can see really the difference because of the way that we're working. So the physical one, we needed to start the installation. You need to have things like electricity, you need to have floor, you need to have all those kind of things in place. It takes 6 months to basically start. So then when you have a working data center, we just asked for the resources, and that was basically 3 days, I would say.
Sometimes technology can do wonders, right? Now, if I'm now a service provider,
Yes.
what should be the main triggers I should look for in order to convince the rest of the organization to go for Cloud VoLTE?
I think the most important thing is that you have a trigger that basically allows you to change more things than just one. So if you just want to virtualize a DNS server, that will not give you a lot of benefits, and your organization will not see a lot from that one. Best is moments where end of life of a hardware, for instance, or you need to scale, that's the usual ones, or you want to do some new business. That's the triggers that you should look for. And then it's good to basically change a bigger part of the system, a domain at least, so that we have several VNFs together, because that's the moment when you get the benefits.
And I think it's also important that we recognize that you need to change the way you work too, right?
Absolutely. I mean, if then you don't change your way of working with that, you will not see the benefits. I mean, that's...
So what do you see today, the most common transformation scenarios?
I would group them in 3 different groups. That's you have a commercial data center and it's operational. The second scenario would be you're working on a data center, but it's not yet operational. And a very important part is you want to do a targeted launch to basically get new business started.
So if you have an existing data center, just briefly, what would the strategy be then?
I would go for a domain. So you see, I would take one of those domains like UDM, EPC, or VoLTE in itself. And one of the good scenarios, for instance, is you need to have a capacity expansion. So you have a native network, you need more capacity, you have a data center, go for the capacity expansion just that would be one good way. Another one would be obviously when you try to move and phase out your native equipment. When you then, in the next step, you have the service up and running as an expansion of your system, then you can run it. And the third one would be that you want to make business development or something like this. Then you need to have, then you can nowadays have a separate core as well. I mean, it goes fairly quickly. We had now a recent installation where just getting up to the first call in a data center, it took 11 days.
Okay, but how about if you don't have a data center then?
Yeah, in that case, you'll still be able to do something quickly. Ericsson, for instance, offers you the possibility to deliver also the infrastructure. Then it would not be a cloud that you use for kind of IT and those kind of things as well. We put basically a small cloud up there that just hosts then the workload, meaning, for instance, then IMS, EPC, and UDM. So you can have basically the complete core network in just one cabinet. And that is also then very quick as a project to start and allows you then to basically do this even without your data center being ready.
And I'm seeing in front of me now also that you dramatically change the way you work in the organization, because now you can have separate organizations dealing with different things.
Exactly.
Now, having said that, what would be your final recommendation now to service providers out there?
Well, first of all, I would say, I mean, don't wait until you have built a perfect cloud. I mean, there will be technology changes, so there will be development there as well. I think it's much more focus needs to be put on what business goals can you achieve right now, where can virtualization really help you in your day-to-day business right now. And then go for that one, right? I mean, make a targeted launch maybe on a dedicated piece of hardware just to be quick and to learn about these kind of things. And that means as well that your organization, that's maybe number 2 then, has to rethink the way that we have been basically doing things until now. And that means naturally as well, you should maybe not start necessarily on your most important service directly, right? I mean, start small, start with something, but start with something that is a complete service and not just an individual VNF.
Yes, I like that. Start small, I like. And I think also, when we talk about the organizational changes, it's not just a technical organization, it's the marketing organization, it's the IT organization, it's the complete organization from the operator.
Yeah, exactly. I would say that one of the things that we can see is you will have totally different timelines. So, I mean, that will make your organization, the rest of your organization, think about these new opportunities as well in a different way.
But I think we have forgotten the most important thing, Stefan. Start now.
Absolutely.
Thank you.